Mira and Harper Audio present Beasts of Carnaval by Rosália Rodrigo, performed by Inés del Castillo. To my mother and her mother, Mami, teller of bedtime stories, Abu, keeper of the earth. Gracias por la magia, el jardín y los cuentos. Content warning. Dear reader, note that this story touches on themes related to colonialism, slavery, and war, including discrimination, forced assimilation, and native land theft. It also includes mentions or descriptions of natural disasters, such as hurricanes. While I made an effort to approach these topics with care, I understand this content may be triggering for some readers. A full list of content warnings may be found on my website, rosaliarodrigo.com, or the Trigger Warning Database. Acto 1. Before. The monster arrived as night descended. At the knock on the door, the boy's knife stilled. He'd not been expecting his visitor for another hour, at least. With calloused hands, he brushed the wood shavings from his trousers and placed the carving on the side table. It was a small thing, half the length of his thumb, and just now taking shape. There, the sweep of a wing, poised for flight. Here, the sharp point of a beak, ready to slice and crack and carve out its burrow, to make for itself a place of its own. Somewhere hidden, safe. With the whittling knife pressed flat to his side, the boy went to the door of his suite. And though it was inevitable what awaited on the other side of it, he allowed himself to fantasize a different fate. The edge of his blade scoring the wood, cleaving out of it a portal to elsewhere, to a new beginning molded from an ending, a tragedy rewritten in steel and sawdust. A key slid in, unlocking the door from the outside. Click. There, in the amber lantern light of the hallway, stood a monster. And it was not the one he had been expecting. This one was garbed in silken frills, and a mask of forest green ending in horns dipped in gilt, 6 of them, arranged from forehead to cheek. Jagged teeth lined a smiling mouth, and darkness shadowed the wide skeletal pits of its eyes. Before the boy could speak, the monster handed him a letter. With a surprisingly steady hand, the boy broke the golden wax and removed a slip of cream paper. It bore a single word. He read it slowly, sounding out each letter in his mind the way his sister had taught him. Sígueme. The boy glanced up. Where to? Who sent you? The monster said nothing. Monsters of this kind never did. Instead, they turned, moving in the manner of someone expecting to be followed. He could have refused, locked the door, relegated himself to the fate he knew, rather than chance it all on a destination yet unknown. But that barely registered as an option. Already, the boy was across the threshold, trailing the monster's footsteps, taking with him only the tool in his pocket. He had better ones, sure. Chisels of tempered steel and knives that cut through psalmwood like it was coconut meat. But he'd learned such finery came with a debt owed, and he was done paying it. Together they descended toward the distant sounds of laughter and the rhythmic ba-bong, ba-bong of drums. The air was sweet there, fragrant with yellow and pink aleli and the lingering scent of coffee and spices. Another time the boy's stomach would have grumbled with hunger. As it was, it knotted tighter. Head down, he forged ahead until they came to a nondescript door. It opened with a groan into a spiraling stairwell.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?